On Friday, the Social Security Board issued a public notice of investment in the local papers. The notice stated that SSB has proposed to lend $3,500,000 to the Hol Chan Marine Reserve for the installation of sargassum barriers and capital expenditures. Of recent, we have been reporting on the negative effects that the large influx of sargassum has been having on our coastal communities. Deborah Ruiz, the Chief Executive Officer at SSB, says Hol Chan Marine Reserve has indicated that they will place sargassum barriers in 3 main channels to minimize the impact of the sargassum to our shorelines. She added that the organization has sufficiently proved that they are capable of paying back the loan.
You know, we are always looking for loan opportunities, and Hol Chan did approach us in terms of getting $3.5 million. As you know, the sargassum is a problem for the waterfront areas, especially the Keys and height of tourist season. So their proposal, and based on their research, the sargassum barriers are not foolproof because it depends on the monitoring of it. But if I recall correctly, they will be putting the sargassum barriers in 3 main channels that hopefully will direct and minimize the impact on the shoreline. So yes, that is there. They have in fact approach us in terms of their numbers. The viability, as you know, is tied to the tourism numbers, and we have seen a rebound. It's not back where it is pre-COVID, but the numbers have significantly increased. Based, if I recall correctly, the BTP numbers indicate at least up to 173,000 visitors. And based on the numbers that we see, we crunch the numbers, repayability is there, they have the collateral. They did have an issue in terms of recent past, but those numbers and internal controls have been put in place to our satisfaction, that we feel it's a reasonable investment to make, and it certainly will be higher than what we would get if we leave our money in the bank. 6.75%, I believe, is the rate that was agreed.
And while the Hol Chan Marine Reserve has agreed to repay SSB the $3.5 million over a period of 15 years at almost 7% interest, SSB has over $100 million sitting in its account, earning only 2.5% annually. CEO Ruiz says SSB has been struggling to identify new investments that would yield favorable returns, while inflation continues to nullify the interests being earned on those funds sitting in the bank.
What is a challenge for us is finding new investments. The investments are performing, but we need new investments in order to sustain the long-term funds. We are not where we need to be because of the inflation. If we're getting our money, we're very liquid, unfortunately, I must say, because we need viable investments. We have over $100 million to invest, so we're seriously looking for projects and trying to see how we can make this money work better for us. Sitting in the bank earning 2.5% is not doing us any good. So we need to invest that money in order to turn it around, and that is where we are falling short. We need to invest the money to get bigger returns, because if we get 2.5% and we have inflation, it negates everything. You're basically ending up with zero. And in order to not go back to the Belizean people for a rate increase, we need to put the investments to work. So people out there who have viable projects, please talk to us and see how we can work together to grow the economy of Belize by investing in saving projects.